The other day we were talking about these four friends of the paralytic who were full of compassion and full of love, so much so that they had to move and do something for their friend. They had to find a way to get him to Jesus, one who could transform his life and heal him. And these four friends possessed not only compassion and they were full of compassion, but they were also full of determination, which is a very important quality, character quality for Christians, I think, and yet it's lacking in so many of us nowadays. I think about how easily deterred we are sometimes from accomplishing our goals, or how easily we give in or we cave in to sin, or we just stop short of, you know, what our intended goal is, or we just let things kind of keep us from getting there, and keep us from getting others to where perhaps they need to be. These four friends, however, were very determined. The scriptures tell us that the house was full of people, and you know, these people, I don't really get it. You know, it's like if somebody's trying to bring somebody through on a stretcher, you just kind of make a way, and yet, you know, maybe the house was just so full, maybe it was just so packed that nobody even noticed. And so these four friends are trying to get through this doorway, and nobody even cares. Nobody even, you know, tries to move to the side to let them through. And so the friends have to come up with a plan B. Now, I've worked at camps for many years, and I know that, you know, the weather or other circumstances can come up, and you've got to have a plan B in your back pocket. I don't know if these guys had a plan B, but I do know that at least they were very creative. They were quick thinkers, because they didn't stop. They didn't quit. They didn't give up on their friend, and they didn't let the circumstances or the crowd keep them from accomplishing their goal, and not just their goal, but their goal for him, their hopes for him, their dreams for him. And you know, I guess when I think about that, it's kind of like we want people to be self-motivated. I think it's important to be self-motivated, and yet sometimes when people like this guy on the mat, I mean, there's nothing he could do. Perhaps the only hope he had was their faith. Maybe the only hope he had was the hope that he was borrowing from them, and perhaps the only determination that somebody else may have is our determination for them. And so these guys are determined. They don't just look at their friend and say, well, you know, we brought you this far, we tried, sorry. They don't do that. They say, we brought you this far, and we are not stopping until you meet Jesus. We are not quitting. We are not giving up. We will find a way. I wonder how life would be different for us if we lived like that every day. If we didn't let crowds of people or circumstances cause us to quit. If we didn't let you know, a lack of motivation or determination keep us from reaching our goals, and not just our goals, but perhaps our dreams even for other people. And so these guys, they the scriptures tell us that they climbed up on top of the roof, and somehow or another they began to remove the roof and lower their friend down. I don't know if they found some kind of rope or some other apparatus that they used to lower him down, but I do know that they were creative, they were innovative, and they found a way to do it because they were determined. If I can encourage you today, it would be in this way. Let me encourage you to be so determined that you're not going to quit, that you're not going to give up, and doing whatever you can do to help get other people to Jesus. You see, the crowd's not even going to notice what you're trying to do. But you've got to be determined to make it happen, because if you're not determined to make it happen, it's not going to happen. These 4 friends, they knew that. And so they didn't quit. Let me encourage you, don't quit, because somebody else's life, somebody else's dream, somebody else's hope depends on your determination.